question this week comes from a Bible study, a new Bible study in the parish that was the direct result of our commitment to forming missionary disciples as part of Reach More, which many of you know I am very intimately involved in. So this week's question for me personally is a sign that the seeds that God has planted in the parish in the last 6 months are beginning to take root, and we're beginning to see a real harvest among the people that we serve. That God, the question came up, and the subject of the Bible study are the weekly Sunday readings, and the question was related to Jesus's discourse on the nature of discipleship in Matthew chapter 10. Jesus says that anyone who greets a prophet in the name of a prophet will receive a prophet's reward. And whoever greets a righteous person in the name of a righteous person will receive a righteous person's reward. And the question from the group was, well, Father Mike, what exactly does that mean? And it is an essential quality of the life of a disciple, because we know that we were created for a purpose, and we know that God, if he is faithful to his promises, will reward us for fulfilling that purpose. And so it's very natural for us to ask, well, number one, how do I know what my purpose is? And number two, well, where's my reward? It's a very human question to ask, a very natural question to ask. And a lot of times, even I find myself, I feel like I'm standing in front of a vending machine of grace, and I'm standing there with a handful of quarters, and I say, okay, well, here's my prayer quarter, and I put that one in, and here's my service quarter, and I put that one in, and again, I'm doing all the things that I know I'm supposed to do, but I start kicking the machine because I don't see anything coming out, or whatever is coming out. Well, that's not what I wanted. And what Jesus is saying in this passage from Scripture is a basic reminder that, first of all, God's not playing a trick on you. And if you ask him with a sincere heart, Lord, show me the work and the activity and the relationships in my life that you will bless, that will yield the reward that you have waiting for me. Secondly, Lord, remind me again what that reward is, because why did God create you? It wasn't to to have any particular thing, or to accomplish any particular thing, or even to engage in your very many and very good human relationships. God didn't create you to be a son or a daughter or a mother or a father or a coworker or a neighbor. He created you to be a saint, and he created you in the fullness of time to take up your place, a place created for you from the very beginning of time, among all of the saints, and living in intimate union with him in his kingdom of peace. And so when Jesus talks about the reward that you will receive, that's the only thing he's talking about. He's not talking about a more comfortable, more accomplished life here on earth. He's not talking about some visible sign here in the world, even in the form of a great relationship. That's your reward. The only reward Jesus is talking about is the reward of going to heaven, because that is the sole purpose for which he created you, and therefore is the sole fulfillment um, of the longing that we all experience in the depths of our heart. So begin each day praying, Lord, show me the work, the activity, and the relationships that you will bless in my life. That is the work, activity, and relationships that will lead me to you. And secondly, Lord, give me the courage and the wisdom to let everything else go. And so, remember, God is who he says he is. You are who he says you are, and live the life that he created you to live.